All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Going to see if it is showing any signs that it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. And that is when the unique CTRL of the ad is less than 6%. And we care about that because if it's less than 6%, that means fewer than 6 out of 100 people are clicking anywhere on our ad as they see it. And we care about that because we know if someone's clicking anywhere on our ad, we know that our ad has entered their brain, and that is the only way that we could possibly get someone to buy. So if people are not clicking on our ad, that means they're just scrolling by, scrolling by, scrolling by. Those people will never buy. And we also know that BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. So when I did my residency, I went out and found some Boudoir ads, found one, found out that it was unique CTRL was 4.3%. So I was like, boom, all right, BLCS present. I said, all right, let's treat this guy with Boudoir Pico, which takes about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. All right, so we got rid of the BLCS. Now what we discovered is that about 37% of ad spend was being wasted because BLCS was present. So, if they're spending 10 grand a month on ads, they can actually decrease their ad spend by 3,700 bucks a month and still get the same number of people clicking into the ad and still get our ad to the same number of people's brains. We're saving 3,700 bucks a month. So what's that, like 40 grand a year? Next part of my residency, found another Boudoir Facebook ad out there. Saw its unique CTR all was 1.39%. So it's like, boom, all right, BLCS present. And then I decided, all right, I'm going to treat this one with Boudoir Pico. Again, takes about a week. And we see we got the unique CTR all up to 9%. So 9 out of 100 people clicking somewhere on our ad. So it means we know our ad is entering their brain, which means if there's 84% of ad spend was being wasted on this one. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, we can actually decrease that by 8,400 a month. They could only spend 1,600 bucks a month with this new ad with BLCS tree with Boudoir Pico and get the same number of people clicking on the ad and our ad entering the same number of people's brains. So, save them, 100 grand a year. 8,400 bucks a month, whatever, times 12, whatever that is. And then a patient I had, his old ad is actually pretty good, 5.03% unique CTRL. That's like very good compared to what people normally are doing. But it's below 6%, so I knew, all right, BLCS present. And I said, okay, let's then treat it with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. We got the unique CTR all up to 15.35%. So it means out of every 100 people, and all these ads are to cold audience. So out of 100 people that are seeing our ad, 15 are clicking into it. So that means we know our ad is entering those people's brains. So we discovered he was wasting 67% of ad spend. So if he was spending 10 grand a month, 10K a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, that means we could decrease that by 6,700 bucks a month, save him whatever that is, 80,000, 80 grand a year in wasted ad spend. Eliminate that, and he'll be getting the same number of people clicking on his ad and the same number of people's brains his ad is entering. And from me looking at ads, I've noticed the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, is wasting about 50% of ad spend. All right, so now let's go over the science here. So start at the bottom, work our way up. So anything, and we'll see if there's any mistakes that contribute to BLCS in this ad. So basically, having anything below the creative always contributes to BLCS. So yeah, when a Boudoir session, we got to apply now. And so the false belief that causes us to do these things that contributes to BLCS is A, we don't even know we're contributing to BLCS. Nobody's pointing it out to us. But then B, we actually believe filling out all the forms that Facebook tells us is the best way to run our Boudoir Facebook ads. But then the consequence of this is way, way, way more people scrolling by, scrolling by, scrolling by. On average, it's, half. Or on average, we're missing out on like half the people that could or should be clicking in compared to those who are. Next, you look at the creative. The mistake here that contributes to BLCS is looks like an ad. This looks like an ad mistake. And the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is A, yeah, we didn't even know, you know, contributing to BLCS was a mistake we could be making. But then B, yeah, we've seen ads look like this before, so we're like, oh, why not? Might as well kind of do what everyone else is doing. But that's why everyone else has BLCS. And the consequence of this, again, people don't want to be sold to. Gonna have like half our people again scrolling on by, and then we look up here the headline. It's only gonna be this highlighted part. Let's see, Boudoir session giveaway from the intimate story. All right, so are we making any mistake here that contributes to BLCS? Yes, because we're not. Yeah, the mistake we're making is lack of context. So lack of context of who this is for. And if people don't feel it's for them, they don't click in. And so our ad never enters their brain. And so, yeah, the false belief that caused us to make this mistake is A, again, we don't even know we're making a mistake contributing to BLCS. But then B, we're kind of believing that the headline is not that special, can kind of be anything, when in fact it's the most important part of the ad, or at least to get our ad to enter people's brains. So based on these three things I'm seeing that are contributing to BLCS, my hypothesis is yes, this ad does have BLCS at the unique CTRL will be most likely under 6%. And so if you're running Boudoir Facebook ads spending 10K a month or more, and your Boudoir Facebook ads do have BLCS, so your unique CTRL is under 6%, then Boudoir Pico can solve that for you. And on average, can probably cut your cut your ad spend, cut your wasted ad spend, eliminate that stuff, and more than likely about half of it's being wasted right now. So we can cut out probably 60 grand a year in wasted ad spend with Boudoir Pico. And treatment is only 1 week long. So if you want Boudoir Pico for your ads, I am opening up slots for new patients the last day of this month. That is when my DMs will open.